Call of Duty Cold War finally released on November 13th, 2020. The game came out right after Modern Warfare 2019. The game was set, like it says in the title, it was set to be in the Cold War day and age. So the game was Cold War guns and maps and everything that based around the war between USA and Russia. And so today, we're going to talk about why is Cold War so hated and why was it so hated on launch. My name is MrAngusCow, and let's get into this. I just want to apologize before we get any further into this video. I am kind of sick right now. I have a very stuffed nose. So if I sound a little off today, my fault, but let's carry on with the video. So one of the main and biggest reasons why Cold War was hated on was the lack of content on launch and the time it was released. So first let's talk about the lack of content. When it released, it only had few maps. I think it only had 8 maps, and they were all pretty bad maps. I'm not going to say they're all bad because a lot of them have kind of stuck with me, and I do like most of the Cold War maps, but a lot of the maps it released with were very bad. And also the timing of this game was very bad due to the COD that came out before this. Cold War had a very slow movement, and this was very different from the COD that came before, Modern Warfare 2019. In Modern Warfare 2019, there was slide canceling, bunny hopping, all this crazy stuff that you could do, the crazy tac sprint, and Cold War didn't have that. So when people got Cold War, they felt like it was a downgrade from the previous COD. Now, personally, I think Cold War's movement is more nice because I like the older feel of CODs. I'm not the craziest fan of tac sprinting, slide canceling. I think the new Modern Warfare 2 is a very good in-between with me, which I really do like. But I really did like Cold War's movement system, and it's still fast, but it's not like crazy slide canceling around fast. And so MW 2019 kind of killed Cold War in a sense because people didn't want to go into a slower COD with slower movement, with less maps, even though Modern Warfare 2019 had some very bad maps. People didn't really want to go back to a slower COD. And that's what Cold War really struggled with, is that it didn't have a massive line of support from a lot of people. It was kind of left in the back burner. And on top of that, the game struggled to be made due to COVID-19, which happened earlier in the year, which really kind of like slowed down production of COD. So Cold War wasn't a polished game. And now Cold War is a very polished game. It's actually a very fun game with all the guns, the maps. There's so many good maps now, especially the remasters of some of the old Black Ops maps. Cold War is a very good game as of now, but from release it was a very weak game and nothing was really holding it up. So Cold War is right now a good game, and if you went back, if it released right now, like if it released before Modern Warfare 2019 with all the stuff it has in the game now, it would have been a hit Call of Duty. Just the timing, the placement, and everything was just very bad for Cold War. But that's not to say Cold War still had some great qualities when it released, like the camos. The camos in Cold War were very amazing. The grind wasn't too tough, but it also wasn't too easy. The diamond camo was very good looking. The gold camo was lacking, but Dark Matter Ultra and Dark Ether, they were very good camos. Plague Diamond, very good. Golden Viper is also pretty bad. But the camos were very good in the game, and the zombies that released, I was not complaining. I think the zombies were honestly not that bad. I think the zombies is better off from the start than it is now. I feel like a lot of the recent zombies maps on Cold War were pretty bad, even though it only has 4 maps. Still think D-Machine and not Fire Racing. Fire Racing was pretty bad. D-Machine and Mauer Toten are the only good zombies maps on this game. But zombies did release strong, and it was actually, there was some good zombies content when it released. It did get very slow after a while, but there was some content there, like Vanguard. Even though, what do you guys think about Cold War? Tell me down below what your favorite COD is since, the recent days. Because honestly, I really liked Cold War, and I wouldn't mind seeing a similar Cold War in the future. They just gotta kind of make sure it's more polished when it releases. But I just want to say thank you to everyone recently, all the love on some of my videos, especially that Fallout video I just recently posted. Thank you guys for watching this video, and thank you. Just make sure to like and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you in a future video. But have a good day, everyone.